This is the best riding jacket I have ever used. Stick around and I'll explain why. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. This Columbia winter multi-layer jacket is the best riding jacket I have ever used. I've been using it about a year, and there are some features in the way that I use this that makes it the absolute best riding jacket that I have ever used. Now, before some of you jump on there and start leaving comments that this has no armor in it and it has no abrasion protection, you were right. And that's why I wear a Knox armored shirt, which is basically a mesh jacket that has the armor and back plate, but I use this all year round and I match it with this. So let me get into the features of this jacket and explain why I think this is the best riding jacket out there. Now, there's a couple of things that drove me to trying this out, and that is I really don't like adventure touring jackets. I find them to be incredibly heavy, and I don't like all the placement of the armor, and the material is the textile material just makes those jackets really heavy and bulky. I also find that a good textile adventure touring jacket is usually only good for about 2 seasons. Maybe your shoulder seasons and then either the heat or the cold. You're not very versatile throughout the whole season. And then if you're trying to use a summer jacket in the winter, you're layering up and bundling, and it wasn't working for me. The other thing I really don't like about adventure touring jackets is the cost. They are extremely expensive. You're looking at $300, $400, $500, even up to $1,000 to get a jacket that's going to work for you, especially if you get something that has Gore-Tex or something like that in it. They are really expensive. So that's what led me to try to find something outside of what everybody else is doing and what the expectation is of using those riding jackets. And I started using the Knox armored shirt mesh jacket, and I was trying to pair it with just any other jacket on the outside, and that's what led me to this Columbia multi-layer jacket. Now, what is great about this jacket is its versatility. I can use this for so many things. There's so much I have to say about it, I don't even know where to start. So I think the first thing is it is waterproof, and I have ridden in some heavy rain, no problem. It has handled the rain like a champ, as good as any rain jacket I've ever had. Now, I recently, about a month ago, went ahead and used some of that Starbright, the canvas waterproofing stuff, just to add a little extra protection, and riding through Colorado through some heavy thunderstorms worked great. Well, I guess that's what I get to ride into. Man, weather in Colorado in the middle of the summer. Yahoo. The other thing about this jacket is the temperature ranges that I can ride in. Now, it has a polar fleece liner in it. So with this polar fleece liner, I can ride in the upper 40s all the way up to about 65. And then with the polar fleece liner, I get way too hot. So I end up having to take this liner out. So I'll do that real quick. And then I can just put this liner in my clothes bag, no problem. And then I'm left with a shell. Now, what's great about this shell is I can ride in about mid 60s all the way up to about 75, and then I start getting hot and have to ditch this. But in those temperatures, the low to mid 60s all the way up to 75, perfectly comfortable, because not only is this waterproof, it is windproof as well, which is fantastic. Now, there's something else about these Columbia jackets, is they have this Omni shield or something in it. It's this silvery lining, and that is heat reflective. Now, at first I thought this was a bit of a gimmick until I looked up research that's been done on this, and it has similar qualities to wearing down with the way that it reflects heat, but not quite as good. It does work though. It keeps me very comfortable in those temperature ranges. So, and then when it gets to be about 75 and I'm feeling warm enough, I just take this off and I can strap it to my clothes bag, and I'm good to go. And then if I need it, I can grab it real quick and put it on. So what I like about this is it's easy to take on and off. So once I put on the Knox jacket, and then I usually put a jersey over the top of it. Once I do that, then this is easy to take on and off. I'm not monkeying with vents. I'm not trying to figure out how to get the best cooling. Let's just take it off. And then if it starts feeling cool, put it back on. Now, what I also like is because it has this little polar fleece jacket, when I'm sitting around camp, I can put this on if it starts getting a bit cool. And it just adds to the functionality of this overall jacket. So that's usually what I'll do when it starts getting a bit cool. I'll put this on, and then it's super comfortable. It's soft. It's, you know, it's polar fleece. It's great. But the other thing I really like about this jacket, because it's polar fleece, it's comfortable, it's light, I sleep in it. I sleep in this thing almost every night. That way I don't have to carry as much, as big of a sleeping bag or sleeping system, because this is adding to my sleeping system. So I basically use this in the evenings all the way through the night and into the mornings when I get up. So you really can't beat it. And especially thinking it was summer out here in the mountains and having it freeze on me when I was in Colorado.
August 15th, Colorado mountains. My seat is frozen to go along with 33 degrees.
This was priceless. I really needed to have some extra layers while I was sleeping. So from the functionality of being able to sit around camp in this jacket, pair it with this waterproof, windproof jacket, and then being able to layer it, it works great. Now, I will say that when temperatures start getting, you know, mid to lower 40s, I do add a heated jacket under the Knox jacket. But in the summer, I haven't needed it. I can usually get by pretty well. If it's super, super cold, I'll do that. But having all of these different layers and then the functionality around camp has been spectacular. Now, let's get to the price of this. I got this jacket at a Columbia outlet for $100. I got it last fall, probably around October, and I've been wearing it for almost a year. And it's looking a bit rough. It's dirty. I don't wash it because I don't want to take any of the waterproofing out of it. I don't really care. It's a riding jacket. So for $100, this beats the heck out of any other riding jacket I could possibly come up with the versatility that it adds. And the other thing is, you might be wondering why the color, and your first instinct might be to match the bike. Well, I got this bike afterwards. The reason I went with red is because the human eye is attracted to the color red immediately. Whenever you see something red, your eye is going to be drawn to it. So I want to be seen more on the road. So that's why I wear the red. Now, that could become a problem because it could result in target fixation, but it helps me being noticed, which is also why I wear a red jersey. Now, some of you are immediately going to jump on there and say you should be wearing fluorescent, and I've done the research. Fluorescent, yeah, the eye sees it, but that color is so disturbing to the eye, you usually look away from fluorescents. You don't look and keep your eye focused on them. And that's through some studies. If I can find those studies, I will leave a link to those here so that you can see exactly what the eye is drawn to. So that's why we like women in red dresses, red lipstick, red race cars, you know, red sports cars, that type of thing. So I thought this would be a great color to be seen in. Anyway, that's why I think this Columbia jacket with its multiple layers is the best riding jacket I have ever used. So let me know what type of riding jackets you're using, if they are outside of the adventure touring and you've came up with your own solution. I'd like to see what those are, see how it compares, and maybe there is even a better solution to riding than what I have here. Who knows? Anyway, if you have questions about this, leave that in the comments below. And remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So don't pass up those rides. Now get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.
It's August 14th. It's summer. It is freaking cold.